The Business Platinum card from American Express just got a big refresh, but with it comes a new annual fee and a suite of new benefits.
Some business owners are going to love these changes, while others are going to be wondering if it's time to cancel.
We'll break down the noise, what's good, what's bad, and one thing that nobody's talking about.
So you can decide if this is the business card to keep or to skip.
Hey, I'm Chris. Welcome to the Upgraded Points podcast.
And I'm Katie, and today we are focusing on the Amex Business Platinum card. We're going to go over the new benefits from the refresh and talk about what is still the same. We also have some news about Chase the Edit. We've got a sneaky good Southwest business card offer and a discount on a new tool that might help you save some money and points and show you some stacking opportunities. Before we get to that, we would love it if you liked and subscribed wherever you are watching or listening to this podcast. And if you have questions for us or comments for the show, you can reach us at podcast@upgradedpoints.com. So Chris, let's start with the news that Chase came out with about the Edit. What's going on there?
Yeah, so the Edit is Chase's, very nice hotel travel portal. And previously, until very recently, if you had a Chase Sapphire Reserve card, you would get $500 in annual credits to use at the Edit collection. That was broken up into two $250 credits that you could use every 6 months. Well, starting on January 1st, you can now use those consecutive days. So you don't have to wait 6 months to use your other credit. So you could, on January 1st, you can book a hotel for $250. And then on January 2nd, book another night for $250, and your credits have been used for the entire year. So that's great news. It's easier for card members to use. But Chase also added a new credit. I'm going to read this one for you. This is a new $250 hotel credit, and that is good at 2-night minimum hotels, prepaid, made through Chase Travel, at the following brands: IHG, Montage, Pendry, Omni, Virgin, Minor, and Pan Pacific Hotels and Resorts. So if you have a Chase Sapphire Reserve card in your wallet, this is all good news.
Yeah. That extra $250 credit was really kind of under the radar. I'm sure a lot of people don't know about that. So make sure you go and check that out and see what you can do with that.
Yeah, there's some nice looking hotels there.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to look into that. Okay, so there is another piece of news that kind of got lost in the Amex Platinum hoopla that happened recently, and that is on the Southwest Business Performance Card. And this is their top tier business card. It's a $299 annual fee. And it got the best ever offer, basically. It is 120,000 Southwest Rapid Rewards points after spending $10,000 in 3 months. Now, $10,000 is a lot. I get it. We have seen the $120,000 once before, but it had a $15,000 minimum spend. So it's the same amount of points that we've seen before, but with a lower spend. Now, the special thing about this offer is if you play your cards right, you will automatically get a Southwest Companion Pass just by hitting this minimum spend. So here's how it's going to work. If you sign up for this card today, you spend your $10,000, you will have at least 10,000 points from that spend, probably a little bit more depending on what categories you spend in. But you'll have that 10,000, and then you'll have the 120,000 from the welcome offer. That gives you 130,000 points. Now, the Southwest Companion Pass usually requires 135,000 points, but credit card holders get a 10,000 point boost. So it's just essentially credit card holders only need 125,000. If you're doing the math, you realize you do all of that in the same calendar year and you have a companion pass.
Yeah.
Now, there are two schools of thought on how you should approach this. The simple way is get the card now, do the minimum spend as soon as possible, do all of that in the 2025 calendar year, and you will have the companion pass through the end of 2026. In normal years, we generally recommend waiting until the beginning of the year to get the companion pass, because then you get it for the rest of that calendar year and the following calendar year. And this year is a little different because Southwest has made so many changes. I mean, they've revamped their entire identity. They've changed their credit cards this year. And a lot of people in this points and miles world think that there's no way that Southwest Companion Pass can stay the same. And I'm one of them.
You
So
are.
there are a lot of people who think that the Southwest Companion Pass is going to change and that this is the last year to get it with the current qualifications. Now, the further on we go in the year, the better the chances are that they're not touching it this year, but we still don't know. So there's a bit of a gamble waiting until 2026 to do this. And if you choose to do that, it's a little tricky too, because we don't know yet when this offer is going to end. We generally, with Southwest, will get a heads up, and we will post an article about that on the site. So keep an eye out for that. But let's say it ends sometime in October. So you get the card in October. You would have to wait until 2026 to do that $10,000 in spend, because you need all of these points to post in the same calendar year. And you can get real fancy and say, well, I'm going to change my statement date and make my statement end on, the beginning of January so I can spend in December. If you want to do that, go forth and conquer, but it's too complicated. I don't like recommending that because mistakes can happen. And then, you sign up in October with this bonus. You have a tiny bit of time at the beginning of 2026 to complete that $10,000 in spend, which is going to be difficult for a lot of people. So it's doable if that Companion Pass offer or requirement does not change. There's no right or wrong answer whether you should go for it now or go for it later. But regardless, the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to just go for it now, and you'll have the Companion Pass for a year and a few months. That's the worst that's going to happen. So whichever way you decide to go, this is a great offer on that card.
That is a great offer. A lot of points.
Yeah.
You can use those points. We're talking about the Companion Pass, but that's just a lot of points to use in general.
It's a ton of points. And I do want to remind people, you don't need to buy the Companion Pass with the points. You just have to earn those points in your account in a calendar year. You still have all of those points to spend. So it's a great offer, no matter how you decide to go about doing your spending.
It's a lot of free flights to Hawaii. All right. Well, speaking about free flights and saving money, there is a new tool, Katie, that I want to ask you about. This is called Savewise. Now, it's being compared to Cashback Monitor and other things, other portals and other websites that help you with shopping portals, where to shop and all of that. Can you give me a breakdown? Because I am not familiar at all with Savewise.
Yeah. So have you used Cashback Monitor before? I know it's one we all use. So Cashback Monitor is a great website where you can type in the store that you're shopping at, and it'll tell you what shopping portal is offering the best rewards. Savewise is very similar. It's kind of gone, Cashback Monitor has been around forever. It still looks like it should be out in, 2010 or something, but it works great. So everyone still uses it. And Savewise is similar, but they kind of go a step further. So you can just go onto the site and say, hey, I'm shopping at Banana Republic. Type it in, and it'll show you all the different shopping portals, the cashback, and the extra points that you can earn. But it goes further. It will show you whether there's Amex offers available for that store, or Chase offers, or Simply Miles offers. And It's got some tabs that you can go in, and it'll show you good stacking opportunities. It will show you if you can buy discounted gift cards for some of these stores. If you really want to get into that stacking aspect, so you could buy a discounted gift card at some store and then use it and earn the shopping portal bonus.
I like it.
It's a neat tool. It shows you the history of the shopping portals, which I use a lot. If I have a purchase and I don't need to purchase it today, I'll go in and look, and it's like, well, okay, it's 2 points per dollar back at American Airlines shopping, but it's usually 6 points. So I'm going to wait. So it's a really handy tool. There's a free version and a pro version. And if you're simply just wanting to know what shopping portal gives the most cash back or points, the free version is going to be fine for you. If you want to get into those stacking opportunities and get into like auto add your Amex offers to your card, you can see a full year of the shopping history. You can get alerts when your favorite stores have higher offers. You can get a pro subscription. And we have an article all about that. We'll link to that in the show notes. And we do have a coupon code to save you 20% off. If you use our link and then use the code UP20, you'll save 20% off that pro subscription. But check it out. You can play around with it first in the free version to see if it's something that you're interested in. But I've been using it quite a bit. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, I'm on here right now and I'm already bookmarking it. This looks like a great tool.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be interesting to see if Cashback Monitor responds at all, because they have had really not much competition for like forever. I mean,
Since
ever.
Dial up.
Yeah. So we'll see. But it's a handy tool. I like it a lot. Okay, let's move on and talk about the Amex Business Platinum Card. It just came out a few weeks ago now with major upgrades, updates, and a higher price tag. We talked about the Amex Platinum Consumer Card a few weeks ago, and today we wanted to give a little love to the Amex Business Platinum Card. So let's start with, I think, one of the biggest changes and one of the biggest pluses to this business card. And that is that Fine Hotels and Resorts credit. You want to tell us about that one, Chris?
Yeah, so this is a $600 hotel credit. And if you haven't heard, the annual fee jumped up $200 on the Business Platinum card. It is now $895. So that $200 is immediately, in my eyes, justified with a $600 hotel credit. So this is easy to use. This is not an enhanced credit. This is a brand new credit. So if you have this card, you will now have this benefit. And this is just only good news. And this is good at Amex Fine Hotels and Resorts and the Hotel Collection portfolio. The Fine Hotels and Resorts, that can be used, that $600 hotel credit can be used on stays of just one night. However, the Hotel Collection has a 2-night minimum. Either way, you got $600 in hotel credits for $200. So that's a good payoff for me.
Yeah, this was really nice to see. And I was actually kind of surprised, since it didn't have the credit, the $200 credit that the Platinum Consumer used to have. I was surprised to see it just get the full 600, just
nowhere.
the same as the consumer version. So this is a huge plus if you already have this card. This is a great added benefit. And if you're not familiar with Fine Hotels and Resorts, it is a collection of hotels that you can book through amextravel.com. They tend to be higher end hotels. And they come whenever you book with Fine Hotels and Resorts, whether or not you're using this credit from the Business Platinum card, you get some benefits. And that includes a room upgrade upon arrival, daily breakfast for 2 people, guaranteed 4 p.m. late checkout. You get noon check-in when available. And I have gotten check-in as early as 7 a.m. at that place in Frankfurt. So,
Nice.
they do treat you very well when you book through Fine Hotels. You also get complimentary Wi-Fi and then a property amenity. And in my experience, it's usually a $100 food and beverage credit or a $100 hotel credit that sometimes you can use at the spa. It varies by hotel, but it's always a credit of $100. So a lot of great benefits with those hotels when booking through the Fine Hotels and Resorts program. And the Hotel Collection, which Chris mentioned earlier, has some of these benefits. It does not come with free breakfast, but it does come with a $100 property credit, which you can use for breakfast or for another meal.
Yeah, that's a great new perk. Another new or enhanced benefit on the Amex Business Platinum is improved earning rates. So this card already earned 5x points on flights and prepaid hotels booked through amextravel.com. And previously it had earned 1.5x on eligible business purchases. Now that is 2x. So on a long list of categories, which Katie will go over, business owners will now earn double points, which could be a game changer for a lot of businesses.
Yeah, and those categories that this card is going to earn 2 points per dollar on now are U.S. construction material companies and hardware suppliers, electronic goods retailers, software and cloud system providers, and shipping providers. Plus, any purchase over $5,000 anywhere is going to earn 2 points per dollar now.
That's
so,
huge.
And this is up to $2 million in combined spend for all of those categories per calendar year. So if your company, if your business spends a lot of money, especially in those categories, or if you are always spending over $5,000 in any category, this card is going to be one of the best ways for you to earn above the standard just 1 point per dollar on those purchases. So that's a really nice benefit. And then also for big spenders, which I do think this card feels like it's being targeted towards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I canceled this one a few months ago already, but I don't think my business is their target. But if your business spends a lot, if you spend $250,000 in a calendar year, and there are businesses out there that will do that, no problem. There are a couple extra statement credits that you will be eligible for. The first one is fantastic. It's a $1,200 flight credit for AmexTravel.com. So it'll just be in your account. You earn it 1 year, and the $1,200 credit will be available for the next calendar year. And then also, if you spend that same $250,000 in a calendar year, the next calendar year, you will have a credit of $2,400 for Amex American Express 1AP, which is their accounts payable software, their system. So if you're already using that, that's fantastic. If you're a business that spends that much, definitely pay attention to that. I think, small businesses, this is not going to do anything for, but if you are a big spender, it's nice to have those extra credits.
That is great. Another new benefit is another elite status for hotels. And now this is just like the Platinum Card. Business Platinum Card members will get Leaders Club Sterling status from the leading hotels of the world. And now this status, maybe you're not familiar with it, but it's got a long list of decent benefits if you're booking a hotel. You get upgrades at arrival, breakfast for 2 people, early check-in and late check-out if available, free Wi-Fi, 6th rental platinum status match. So you're getting essentially 2 status matches here. You get 5% pre-arrival, 5 pre-arrival upgrades per year. So you can lock in your upgrade in advance, and then also a 5% stay bonuses and more. So it's really no downside here. It's just another benefit that maybe you'll be able to use.
Yeah, that'll be interesting once we learn a little bit more about that program. I don't really think there's a lot of us in this world that are super familiar with that.
Yeah.
So I know it's on the top of my list to kind of check into to see if that is truly a valuable
They have
benefit.
a smaller footprint, but
Definitely. But it can't hurt, right? We love an extra status.
Yeah, good too, really.
Yeah. So let's take a quick break, and then I want to talk about what is staying the same about this card. And then there is one drawback to this card that not everyone is talking about, and I think we need to mention it. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back, and we'll continue our conversation about the Amex Business Platinum Card. Welcome back. Let's continue our conversation about the Amex Business Platinum Card with some of the benefits that haven't gone anywhere. Let's not forget that this card already was packed with some really good travel and lifestyle benefits.
Yeah, so one of the most popular is the $200 in annual Hilton credits. So you just need to register for Hilton for Business, and you'll get up to $200 back per calendar year at eligible purchases at Hilton properties. Now, for some of us who have been trying to skirt the rules, not pointing fingers.
Wasn't me.
Effective January 31st of 2026, Hilton gift card purchases will no longer be considered an eligible purchase. So some of us who maybe just didn't pass through a Hilton in a quarter, and you didn't want to lose that $50, you would be able previously, or you still can until January 31st, buy a Hilton gift card and then use that at a future date. But starting next year, that will no longer be an option, unfortunately.
It's disappointing. I mean, I get it from their perspective, but
yeah, they want to see those credits go to waste, probably.
Well, of course they do.
Yeah. Next, another good one that's not going anywhere is the up to $200 in annual airline fee credits. You select one qualifying airline, and you can receive up to $200 back per year. Same over here, up to $250 in Adobe credits when you spend $600 or more with Adobe per calendar year. And finally, 1,000 up to $1,150 in Dell credits. You receive $150 in statement credits when you buy something directly with Dell Technologies, and then receive an additional $1,000 statement credit after you spend $5,000 or more in the same year. So those are not going anywhere.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, if you're spending a lot of Dell, that's a great way to get $1,000 back.
Yeah, buying a couple laptops for the team or whatever for your business. That's could be one purchase and get 2x.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's some additional credits and benefits on this card that are not going anywhere. The clear credit is worth up to $209 now. So that has been adjusted, or I think it was adjusted a couple months ago for Clear's ever increasing price. Global entry or TSA PreCheck always comes with this card. You still have access to the Amex Global Lounge collection, which includes Centurion lounges, a Priority Pass membership. You get 10 annual visits to Delta Sky Clubs when you are flying on Delta. And then there are some other additional lounge options. So it's still a fantastic card for lounge options. You still have hotel status benefits. So Hilton and Marriott Gold status. And then for car rentals, you still have benefits with Avis, Hertz, and National. The last thing is the 35% pay with points rebate. And this is when you are at Amex Travel, you can buy a flight with your membership rewards points, and you will get 35% of those back as a rebate when you book on your selected airline. And this changed a few months ago, I think it was. You used to also be able to book on any airline in business and first class. That has since gone away. So that's kind of a bummer to see that taken away. But the basic 35% pay with points rebate is still there for your selected airline.
Yeah, that was a bummer. I know a lot of people really like that benefit. So these are all great benefits, especially on a card with an $895 annual fee. And I think overall the changes are great, but there's still one issue for me, in that it's not a great card for everyday spend.
Yeah. It really is.
I know.
I mean, other than those select categories and huge purchases over $5,000, you're earning a point per dollar. And really, I mean, the platinum, the personal platinum kind of has the same problem.
It's true. They're good. These cards they're heavy hitters, and you can earn a lot of points on very specific spend. But for that everyday spend, you don't want to be thinking, chasing categories. This probably isn't the right card. But maybe it would make sense to pair it with something else. Maybe the Blue Business Plus card from American Express.
Yep.
$0 annual fee, and it gets 2x per points, up to $50,000 per year. So that's a no-brainer. Kind of just stick it in your wallet and pull it out for any other purchase, and then you'll really be racking up those membership reward points.
Absolutely. That's one I have for my business because I do not spend nearly enough to justify the Amex Business Platinum anymore. And it would be a nice one to pair with this. So use the Business Platinum for those really heavy-hitting purchases or the ones in those categories, and then the Blue Business Plus up to $50,000 and spend for everything else. And the one thing I do want to add for both the personal and the business platinum is, yes, they earn 1 point per dollar on all that spend, but Amex offers are very plentiful. And yes, it's not on every category or anything, but I do find a lot of times I'm getting those offers for an extra 2, 3, 4 points per dollar. And those do help. So they're not, every once in a while I do find myself putting some spend on my Amex Platinum card because of those Amex offers. And one quick thing while we're talking about the Amex Platinum card, Chris.
You got it? Ooh, that is so pretty. That's so shiny.
So this is the new mirror finish. This is the personal platinum card, but you can get the same mirror finish on the business platinum card. It is beautiful. It does get a little fingerprinty, so you might want to get some Windex with it. There should be a starter kit for the Amex Platinum now.
A little hand gel.
So all the new cards, if you're applying now, will come like this. And if you already had a card, which is what I did, you can go in and select a replacement and choose the mirror card for a limited time. We don't know how long it's going to be available, but if you're interested, go ahead and do that because she's pretty.
Very.
Okay, let's move on. Chris, we actually got a question that I want to ask you. This is from Kyra on Instagram, or Kira, I'm not sure. I hope I'm not butchering your name. What credit cards do you recommend for United points?
So my knee-jerk reaction is, why do you want United points? United miles. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but I just want to know, what your end goal is. If you want to fly United, I would almost recommend, not getting a United card. I would get a card that earns maybe a transferable point that you could transfer to a transfer partner and then book on United. While that may not be the best scenario, best case scenario for every flight, it's very often the best way to book United flights. So, if you go to upgraded points and look at our transfer tool, you have a long list of all the partners that transfer to Air Canada Aeroplan, for example, and then you can book United flights through that for even cheaper than United in many cases. So you can book through Amex, through Bilt, Capital One, Chase, Marriott, and Mesa. Those are all just easy options. But if you want to earn United points, I would probably just get a Chase card, maybe the Chase Sapphire Reserve or Chase Sapphire Preferred, and then you can transfer those over to United as needed. But I think my bigger question would be, what is your end goal? And then we can help you from there. But yeah, start with the flexible point is generally what I would say. Do you agree or disagree, Katie?
That's exactly how I was going to answer that question. I think United cards, if you do fly United a lot, they can have some benefits. I think there's some seating benefit, better boarding. So there's some other benefits of those
some
cards.
Discounts as well on
I have a United card and I rarely fly United, but for spending and earning points, generally a United card isn't the way to go. So I agree with what Chris said there. So look for, transferable currencies. If you want to fly on United, booking through another program is usually the best way to go. And then Chase cards for actually earning points because you can transfer those so easy. And then they're flexible. If you change your mind and need to transfer them somewhere else, you have them there.
Yeah. So
great question. Thank you so much for sending that in. And if you have a question you'd like for us to answer on a future episode, you can send that to podcast@upgradedpoints.com. And we would love it if you liked and subscribed and gave us a thumbs up or left us a comment wherever you are watching or listening. And I think that's going to do it for us this week. We will see you next week.